I guess my question is, you were saying that when it comes to hate crimes in general, you don't necessarily think there should be a distinction. Is that right?
No, I think hate crimes kind of take you down a bumpy road that will never smooth out, because it's sad to think that we should discriminate one race or one religion over somebody else, and to think that a crime against a black man should be carry less penalty than a crime against a white man, or a Protestant or a Catholic or a Christian or a Jew. To think that if you commit a crime based on someone's race, religion, or color or gender, that should carry a deeper or a lesser penalty, just flies in the face of one of the basic tenets of our country, and that is the fact that we are all created equal by God, and since we are all created equal, we should all be held to an equal standard of justice.
The argument from the Oklahomans for Equality is that, well, we've already made the distinction for some religions and some race in the Oklahoma law, so why not have it add gender in there as well?
Well, and this gets into the point of a thought crime law, and it's impossible to get inside of someone's head to try and figure out why they did something. Any violent crime is hateful, and it should be stopped. Someone that perpetrates a violent crime against someone else's, their life or their property, they should be held to the same standard, no matter what their thought process was, no matter why they did that. They should be held accountable, just like someone that was mad at somebody or someone that was just committing a robbery and had the same outcome of maybe killing or hurting somebody. So equal justice under the law is required just because we are created equal, and that is one of the tenets of our founding documents.
The worry that this gentleman who was targeted, his worry is that he was targeted for his sexual orientation or what have you, and he is worried that this is just they consider this just spray painting, graffiti, and he's worried that it's something deeper than that they'll come back and kill him or something like that. That's his worry. Right.
Well, and I would worry about that too, and anyone should be concerned if a crime is being perpetrated against them, and whoever is behind that crime should be held accountable. They should be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law, but to try and punish someone based on what they may be thinking at the time is an impossible task, and that's why I don't think hate crimes in and of themselves are discriminatory. And like I said earlier, to try and give a harsher punishment or a lighter punishment because of what color you are or what gender you are or what church you go to, just is not a logical thing when you base that on our Declaration of Independence and certainly the rule of law that we have that is protected in our Constitution.
And the Oklahomans for Equality have said that they've watched this legislation fail several times. And can you talk about why politically in Oklahoma City why that would happen?
Yeah, there is a divide certainly between most Republicans and most Democrats, and it's ironic that the Democrats had control of this state for about 97 years. I mean, full control in the legislature, and this gender hate crime law was not passed while the Democrats had control. Now they like to blame it on the Republicans for not allowing it to get passed, but the Democrats had control of the Senate for a couple of years, even after the Republicans had control of the House. So certainly someone in the Senate, a Democrat in the Senate, if they felt strongly about it, probably could have got that passed at that time. And so I don't think that's a valid argument. That's just the political side of it, and that happens every year.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that has very little to do with the legislation itself. Politics are often played with no matter what kind of legislation is promoted. But, this is a serious enough issue that it obviously needs to be discussed and talked about. And I think most people would agree that when you weigh it against the Constitution and you weigh it against some of the founding tenets found in our Declaration of Independence, hate crime, thought crimes do not cut the mustard. Like I said earlier, it's a bumpy road that would never be smoothed out. You could never get in someone's head to figure out what they were thinking before they committed that crime.